Hello, everybody, and welcome. We've got a full house of cheering fans, including Earl B., the home team's biggest fan.
Earl B., he's our man. Earl B., the home team's biggest fan.
Great day, great game. Thanks to all you fans for coming out, especially Earl B. See you next game, everybody.
Hi, this is Tim McGraw. Today and every day is the right time to support the American Red Cross, who gives disaster assistance to people when they need it most. You can help the victims of thousands of disasters across the country each year by making a financial gift to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund, which enables the Red Cross to provide shelter, food, counseling, and other assistance to those in need. Please call 1-800-HELP now. Together, we can save a life.
Remember me.
For all of your sports in Lorain, keep your TV tuned to TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
It's Friday night, January 7th. Good evening, everyone, from Lorain Southview High School. I'm Ron Bacalar, along with my partner, Bob Braskich, our cameraman, producer, and director, Joe Bach. And it's boys varsity basketball. The Lorain Southview Saints playing host to the Bearcats of Bedford. Both these teams with identical records at this point, 7-2. The big difference being the Bearcats are 3-0 in the Erie division of the Lake Erie League. The Saints are 2-1. A victory by the Saints tonight will put them in a tie with the Bearcats, and it's going to be nip and tuck throughout the remainder of the season. And Bob, this Bearcat team came in here on fire.
Oh, I can tell they're on fire. You can tell by the way they're warming up. You can tell by the way they took the floor. And Ron, remember last year it was these same two teams who were in the battle for the league championship, and of course Southview prevailed, and I'm sure the Bedford players and coaching staff haven't forgotten that. Tonight we're in for a good game. Southview will not be able to do to Bedford what they've done to everybody else, and that is press them. Bedford's guards are just too good, and that's going to create a problem for the Saints, because the Saints are accustomed to scoring 15 to 20 points off the opposition's turnovers. That's not going to happen tonight. The other key tonight is I've seen Bedford play. They run the floor excellently, and Southview has to take away transition buckets, which means, quite frankly, Southview is going to have to shoot the basketball well tonight. They're shooting 46% for the season. They will at least have to shoot 46% to have an opportunity to keep this winning streak going, because a statistic that we haven't mentioned that we should point out, Southview has won 9 straight games at home, and tonight that is in jeopardy if, number one, they don't get back on defense, and if they don't have a good shooting night. They are not going to get their customary 20 points off the opposition's turnovers.
Well, tonight's game wraps up a big 3-game week here at Lorain Southview. Back on Tuesday, January 4th, we had the Saints against the Lakewood Rangers, a big victory by the Southview Saints. And then the Wednesday night scheduled girls game was, of course, canceled because of the big snow day. And Thursday night, or last night, January 6th, it was Jay Ferguson and Ms. Griffith that filled in with him. And we want to say they did a yeoman's job,
yes,
and brought a victory, the first win for the girls here at Lorain Southview High School. And tonight is the game that we're looking forward to, and we'll get to the start of that game right after this timeout.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured. Looking for the right color, the right style, the right price for your floor coverings? Well, you can find them all at Ted's Floor Coverings, the only place you need to shop for affordable custom flooring. Whether you're looking for area rugs, carpeting, laminates, ceramic, or marble, you'll enjoy browsing through one of the largest showrooms in Northeast Ohio. Their talented staff will even help with your design questions. Ted's is proud to showcase the Kathy Ireland Shades of America collection. Shop at Ted's Floor Covering, 668 Broadway, downtown Lorain, a local company committed to our community. Ted Kalo, President.
Okay, back here at Lorain Southview High School, the game between the Saints and the Bearcats of Bedford. Let's check the starting five for the Bearcats. Number 12 is Charles Osby, a 5'10 junior. Number 31 is Donzel Moore, a 6'2 junior. Number 34, Derek Reed, a 5'10 senior. 42 is Jason Thompson, a 6'2 junior. And number 55 is Skylar Constant, a 6'4 junior. Donzel Moore will jump center for the Bearcats. They come in with control and get the first 2 points quickly by Derek Reed.
Not the way you want to start. The player to watch for Bedford, Ron, is number 42, Thompson. He's averaging 21 a game.
And he just picked up the loose ball, gets it back from a teammate, goes in and puts in 2 as it rolls around. Bearcats off to a quick 4-0 lead. Starting five for the Saints. Brian Ramoculus, number 23, a 5'9 senior. Number 34, Maurice Bennett, 6'4 senior, or 6-foot senior. Another takeaway by the Bearcats and a stick back by Donzel Moore, 6-0. Maurice Bennett, number 34, 6-foot senior. 35, Derek Williams, 5'9 junior. Number 45, Ryan Jackson, 6'5 senior. And number 50 is Maurice Johnson, 6'4 senior.
Okay, Ryan Jackson's going to get the opportunity to get the Saints on the board with 2 foul shots. You don't want to fall behind Bedford. Bedford is not a team that's going to shoot you back in the game. They're not going to turn it over. They're very well coached. You can't afford to let them, get up into double digits or anything like that. You don't want to try to play catch-up. They're too well organized.
Skylar Constant called on the foul, his first, the team's first.
Now notice the Saints are falling back to half court. They don't think they can press Bedford. They're going to try to make them go through the heart of their defense. And that's out of respect for Bedford's guards.
From the corner, three-pointer popped in by Derek Reed.
Reed, that's a shock there. Reed is usually a 10, 12-foot, range shooter. For him to shoot a 3 is not a good sign at this point. He's averaging 13 a game.
Want to take this opportunity to quickly apologize to my partner, Bob Braskich, our cameraman, producer, and director, Joe Bach. They were absolutely right. For whatever reason, I looked at the word Lakewood, and I said Lorain. I can't believe I did it, but I done did it. I watched that tape twice, and each time, oh my, do I owe these guys an apology, and the public as well. And the moment I walked into this gymnasium tonight, Joe Kazura, our state representative, was the first one to remind me that, Ron, you said Lorain, not Lakewood. I said, thanks, Joe.
Ron, even the best, and you're one of the best.
Yeah,
that happens.
That's what happens when you get up there in those retirement years.
There you go.
I hope it's not dementia. But how can you look at Lakewood and say Lorain?
Well,
it happened.
You grew up in Lakewood.
Absolutely. Been in Lorain since 1958.
Okay.
Bad pass underneath the basket intended for Donzel Moore, out of bounds, so the Saints will put it into play.
Let's get a basket and get in this game. That was a rare turnover. You don't see Bedford throw it out of bounds very often. They are very well coached and organized, as we mentioned. Come on, Maurice.
Maurice Johnson hitting the front of the rim, and the rebound going out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson, so the Bearcats will put it into play.
Yeah, the Saints are picking up.
9-2. Bedford in the lead.
Got to be very careful here. You don't want Bedford to make you pay for pressing. Guards are very good. They can bring it.
Constant underneath the basket with a hook shot. No good. And he's going to be called for the foul. That's his second.
Maurice and Ryan, I know you're going to watch this game. Don't let people cut in front of your face like that and catch the basketball in the paint.
Coming into the ball game for the Bearcats, Darian Green, number 35, a 6'2 senior, replacing Skylar Constant. We're down to 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 9-2, Bearcats with a 7-point advantage.
Come on, Adrian.
3-point range on a shot by Adrian Rodriguez and a putback by Jackson.
Well, that was Maurice Johnson, and that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity the Saints are going to have. The weakness that Bedford has is they aren't very big.
Bad pass picked up by Brian Ramopoulos. Almost wanted to call him Scott.
But that is going to be an opportunity. If the Saints could get a couple of stickbacks here, Bedford is not a big ball club. Now they're starting 6'4", 6'2", 6'2", 6 foot, and 5'10". So the Saints, again, don't have much size either. But there is an opportunity for Ryan Jackson and Maurice Johnson to get some stickbacks.
Fresh in the ball game, Darian Green called on that foul, his first, the team's third. Ramopoulos at the line, missing the first, making the second.
Now this is a bit of a softer press for the Saints. They're not out there as they usually are, out of respect for Bedford's ability to handle the basketball.
Saints trailing by 4, 9-5.
Okay.
And another one going out of bounds off the hands of Charles Osby. Saints pick it up. Well, the Bearcats went out to a quick 9-point advantage, but now they're working for points.
This could be a real challenge here for Adrian Rodriguez. Derek Reed is strong, and he puts a lot of pressure on a basketball. Number 34 for Bedford.
Bennett goes in the lane, passes off underneath to Jackson.
Yeah.
No, Mo Johnson.
Good job, Mo.
4 points now by Maurice Johnson. Pulls the Saints to within 2, 9-7 Bearcats.
Oh, they're going to get Ryan Jackson inside for fighting for position with Donzel Moore.
Well, that's the first foul on Jackson and the first team foul for the Saints.
Now, that kind of contact in the Lake Erie League usually isn't called. That's usually ignored.
Jackson going to the bench in the ball game now for the Saints. Replacing him, number 53, Alan Quattlebaum, a 6'2 senior. From the corner, missing on a three-pointer. Anthony Lumpkin, number 30, now in the lineup for the Bearcats, a 5'9 junior.
Okay.
Ramopoulos missing on the shot, winding up short. Almost a takeaway by Bennett.
Good recovery by the Saints here. Way to scramble. Everybody picked up and covered down. Well done.
Three-point attempt from the corner, missed by Courtney Hopper. Now in the lineup for Bedford, a 5'8 senior. Basket scored by Jason Thompson, and he was fouled in the act. Foul is on Maurice Johnson, his first, the team's second.
Okay.
Adrian Rodriguez couldn't get it to drop. Jackson gets the rebound up, missing. Coming up with the ball, Jason Thompson. Thompson on a three-point attempt. Good.
Well, you've got to pick him up in transition because he can do that. He can just stop off the dribble or stop as he did there and shoot the three. He's averaging 21. He's had as many as 35 this year.
Thompson now with 8 points here in the first quarter with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Saints trailing now by 8. 15-7.
Come on,
Adrian Rodriguez with the three. He's got it.
Big basket there. Big basket there.
And underneath, 2 points for Dwayne Gant, now in the lineup for Bedford, a 6-foot senior, number 33.
You know, Bedford runs on mades and misses. You've got to get back on defense.
Bennett with a wobbly, no-good three-pointer. Into the lane, passing off, was Thompson. Lumpkin, 3 points. Rodriguez going for the 2, and he is fouled.
Oh, and they're going to say he was fouled on the shot. I thought maybe it had been fouled on the floor.
Foul is on Anthony Lumpkin. That's his first and the team's fourth.
Adrian's at 52% for the year, 11 for 21.
Now in the lineup for the Bearcats, number 43, Deshaun Jackson, a 6'4 senior. The Bearcats with just 2 on their team at 6'4. That's their tallest players. Deshaun Jackson, who just came in, and Skylar Constant, who has 2 fouls. In and out on the foul shot. Rebounded by Darian Green. Well, as we sit here at Lorain Southview High School, another first is taking place on WLCS TV 20 because across town at the Shot Palace, Lorain Admiral King High School, TV 20's associate director is on the scene with camera. Bob Schlenbaker and WEOL's Rob Polanski is calling the action. So you're going to be able to see the Admiral King Mentor basketball game on TV 20.
You know, the patience in the organization of Bedford was displayed on that last possession. They probably passed the ball 11 times before they took a good shot. They're very patient. They are not going to shoot Southview back into the game.
20-11. Ryan Jackson with the ball, passing off to Rodriguez to the basket, and it is blocked. Shot blocked by Deshaun Jackson. Saints trailing by 9 points, 20-11 with 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Powered up, Ryan.
Underneath to Jackson. Gets it out and taken away from Williams to the basket all alone. 2 points for Anthony Lumpkin.
You know, first open man ahead. Bedford plays very unselfishly, passes the basketball.
Well, the Bearcats have doubled up the score on the Saints, 22-11. Saints going for the final shot. We're down to 3 seconds. Over to Bennett, and that one's going to go out of bounds as the buzzer sounds, ending the first quarter with the score, Bedford 22, Southview 11. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this timeout.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
Back here at Lorain Southview High School, quarter number 2. Shot missed by Derek Williams. Brian Ramokulis on the three-point attempt, hitting the
guide wire,
and that will give the ball to Bedford. 22-11, Bearcats leading the Saints.
The Saints coming out full court, but again, it's not one of their very aggressive presses. It's still they're still cautious.
Lumpkin passing underneath the basket to Dwayne Gant. Gant with 2.
See, and that's Bedford's strength. They're very difficult to press. That was a secondary break type situation there, and they executed it excellently. You know, the only weakness I see to this Bedford club is they don't have real good size. And I saw him play earlier in the year against Glenville, who has great size, and it was a 25-point Glenville win, and that lack of physical size and presence was definitely the factor. Bedford played basketball better. They played the game better. It was just a matter of being completely outmatched.
Foul was on Dwayne Gant, his first, the team's 5th.
Bedford's in a zone now. They zone out of bound plays. Come on, Ryan.
Ryan Jackson hits 2.
Now we need defensive stops.
Coming down the lane, losing the ball, but a whistle. And the foul is going to be called on Derek Williams. That's his first and the team's 3rd.
You know, and we're seeing the Bedford depth. Here's 4 subs in the game. You know, they basically play 5, and one of the real positives for Bedford is 4 out of their top 6 are underclassmen.
Well, Dwayne Gant, unable to get the ball into play, calls a quick timeout before losing it. 24-13 with 6:37 remaining in the second quarter. Just a reminder that you can get the money you need for the things you want with Lorain School Employees Credit Union. They offer the lowest rates and attractive terms for home improvement loans, holiday loans, vacation loans, mortgage loans, bill consolidation, and much more. So ask for the details and apply today. That's the Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union, banking made better. Earlier this evening here at Lorain Southview, the Saints freshman team victorious big time over the Bedford freshmen. But then the JVs of Southview lost. Block shot by Jackson, but Gant able to get it back. He goes up. And he is fouled by Jackson.
Wow, that was a late call, and that's Ryan's 2nd foul. We can't afford any foul trouble here. We've got to climb back in this, down by 11, 24-13.
Well, as you said, Bob, number 2 for Jackson, number 4 for the team. Gant goes to the line. He'll shoot 2. As we were saying, the Saints JV team lost to Bedford. Gant missing both.
Okay. You know, good solid positioning here by Bedford defensively. Good ball pressure. Everybody's broken down in their stance. Help side defense is in the proper position. Well done.
And a takeaway by the Bearcats. Donzel Moore puts in 2.
Well, that's the 3rd turnover we've had at the top of our offense, and Coach Curry's not happy. He's taking a timeout.
Southview with a 30-second timeout. 26-13 is the score. Bedford on top. Let me remind you that the Lorain City Schools girls volleyball program for grades 3 through 6 will be taking place on January 23rd, the 30th, February 6th, the 13th, and the 20th from 12:30 until 3 p.m. here at Southview High School. Girls in grades 3 to 6. You will learn skills of the game, instruction from qualified coaches and high school volleyball players. There will be door prizes, t-shirts, and all you have to bring is your tennis shoes, knee pads, a water bottle, and towel. And you know the best thing is, it's absolutely free. For information, call Coach Griffith at 277-7271. That's Southview's number. Coach Griffith, 277-7271.
Okay.
Or you can call Coach Kelly at 934-2181. That's 934-2181. So moms, dads, if you've got young gals interested in volleyball, take advantage of this great thing. The registration deadline is January 17th.
Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah. Two
For
successive
Remarkably.
threes in a matter of 5 seconds put us right back in the ball game.
Both by Remarkably?
Yes, both were by Remarkably. The first one out of a set offense, the second one off of a steal, a little back pressure, and he pulled up and he hit the three. And Coach Everett Hurd right now, I've watched him for years. He very rarely gets excited. He is really laying into the Bedford squad for being careless with the basketball.
And as you've indicated to me off the air, Bob, he's been around at Bedford quite some time.
And in the mid-90s, I can't recall the year, it might have been 95, he took Bedford to the state championship game. He's very highly regarded in the Cleveland area. Wow, 2 big threes. And this points out, the turnovers. We've had 3 turnovers at the top of our offense, resulted in 6 points. Take those turnovers away, and it's a game.
Inside the arc, popping in 2, Derek Reed.
Well, Reed's just a solid point guard. I mean, he's strong defensively, handles the ball, very unselfish, looks to pass first, shoots second. Now, good cut.
Underneath to Mo Johnson.
Powered up.
Hesitates, puts in the hook shot. 6 points now for Mo Johnson. On the attempted whatever.
That was an attempted slam.
Big miss by Jason Thompson. And a bigger miss by the Saints. Thompson again.
Well,
this time off the backboard.
A poor shot, poor choice on our end with the 3 and the long rebound results in an easy basket at the other.
Ryan Jackson.
Get in there.
He's got it. Jackson now with 6 points. In and out on a shot by Derek Reed.
Now let's work the basketball, fellas. Let's make them play defense. Spread the floor. Let's get better movement. Good cuts just like that.
Mo Johnson.
Get in. 2. I'll tell you, Mo Johnson's just having a heck of a year. Leading the team in rebounds, shooting almost 50% and averaging 10 a game. And having a very good game tonight.
Southview Saints trailing by 5, 30-25 here in the second quarter with just under 4 minutes remaining.
I think Bedford's having a little trouble.
Thompson, 2.
Wow, nice move. Recognizing the Saints' defense. I think they thought the Saints were in the zone.
Bennett on the 3.
Okay, all right. Let's go.
Those are the first points for Maurice Bennett.
Well, we've got to make sure we've got the shooters shooting the basketball, too. And, of course, Maurice is averaging 21 a game.
Saints now trailing by 4, and a turnover off the fingertips of Charles Osby will give the Saints the ball. 32-28 with 3:05 remaining in the second quarter. The Southview Saints boys varsity basketball team, along with the Admirals, 2 of the 5 teams ranked by the Elyria Chronicle-Telegram. They're CT top 5. Olmsted Falls with an 8-0 record, number 1. The Saints 7-2, ranked number 2 with the Chronicle-Telegram. Lutheran West, number 3 at 8-0. And Firelands 7-0 are ranked 4th. Admiral King 6-1 is ranked 5th out of 5.
Ramoclis has just done a couple of scrappy things. I mean, you know, there again, a nice steal, a little back pressure. That's the 3rd time he's done that tonight. You know, and Ron, we should point out, again, both Lorain schools playing for first place tonight.
That's right.
And ranking-wise in the area, come on, Scott.
Ramoclis missing on the 3-pointer. Here come the Bearcats. Thompson to the basket, 2.
You see, threes come off the rim further. They give the other team the opportunity to run. You've got to get back on defense with these guys because they run on these long rebounds.
Saints trailing by 6, 34-28.
Nope, nothing there,
and
Ryan.
A pass attempt to Rodriguez taken away by the Bearcats. And Gant missing.
Oh.
Even the stick back attempt by Reed missing.
Oh, foul.
And Bennett is fouled shooting the 3. He'll go to the line and he'll have 3 attempts.
Okay.
Foul is on Darian Green. That's his 2nd and the team's 7th.
Look, Ron, back to those rankings in the Plain Dealer poll. Of course, King is at 16, I believe, and Southview at 18. And Bedford started the year at 3 in the Cleveland poll. They've now fallen to 6. So this is a good ball club we're watching here.
Speaking about the Plain Dealer, in Thursday's edition, January 6th, they had a real nice spread on the 2 Lorain basketball teams and the 2 young coaches, Brian Corey here at Southview and Michael Scott over at Admiral King.
Yeah, that was well done.
Now what we need to get well done is Maurice Bennett on this 3rd and final foul shot.
Maurice is at 73% for the year.
34-29, 5-point advantage for the Bearcats.
We're not picked up.
3-point attempt missed by Alfred Blake, now in the lineup for Bedford, 5'7" senior. Here comes Reed. He's got.
Yeah.
Reed now with 9 points.
That's just good offense right there. That's just good individual talent. I mean, that was so quick the help couldn't get there.
Rodriguez in the lane, missing on the shot.
Here they go again.
Reed on the rebound. Passing off and being fouled going up. Alfred Blake, he'll go to the line and he'll shoot 2.
That is their strength. That was a 4-on-1. They just turn and go and sprint and spread the floor and pass the ball very unselfishly. You've got to stop the transition baskets.
Foul is on Brian Ramoclis. That is his 1st and the team's 5th.
You know, generally you keep one man back, and that's usually your point guard, but sometimes you've got to keep two folks back, 2 players back, and I think Bedford is one of those teams where you have to keep 2 back and only hit the glass with 3.
Courtney Hopper, number 3, coming back in the lineup for the Bearcats, along with Anthony Lumpkin, number 30. (38-29). And the long pass beyond the reach of Mo Johnson going out of bounds. Turnover gives the ball to Bedford.
Well, we don't need the turnovers, guys. Every possession counts for us. We're not going to get any easy ones off of pressure.
Down to 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. 38-29.
Front of the rim. Come on, Adrian.
Shot missed by Donzel Moore. Thompson had the ball slapped away. He touched it, went out of bounds.
Ramoclis again on the back pressure.
Quattlebaum,
Okay.
2.
You know, it's 38-31 with 40 seconds left, and I feel fairly fortunate. We just haven't played very well at all. We're very lucky, I think. Another back
Almost
pressure.
a takeaway.
Ooh.
This time Bennett comes up with it on the errant pass.
Ramoclis caused that again with back pressure.
And a bad pass from Bennett to Ramoclis had it taken away.
There he is again.
And there's Ramoclis stripping the ball.
Back pressure. 8 seconds, guys. 7, 6, 5. I'm not sure we know the game situation.
Rodriguez on the dribble. He was fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 1-1 with 1.6 seconds remaining. Foul is on Jason Thompson. That's his first.
Adrian again comes into the game at 52% for the year from the line. All right.
Well, a foul shot here made will put the Saints to within 5 points of the Bearcats.
Okay. Watch the long. Pick up. Oh, no.
Long shot hits the front of the rim, put up by Anthony Lumpkin. That brings the first half to a close with the score. Bedford 38, Southview 33. Bob and I will be back with the third quarter right after this timeout.
Looking for the right color, the right style, the right price for your floor coverings? Well, you can find them all at Ted's Floor Coverings, the only place you need to shop for affordable custom flooring. Whether you're looking for area rugs, carpeting, laminates, ceramic, or marble, you'll enjoy browsing through one of the largest showrooms in Northeast Ohio. Their talented staff will even help with your design questions. Ted's is proud to showcase the Kathy Ireland Shades of America collection. Shop at Ted's Floor Covering, 668 Broadway, downtown Lorain, a local company committed to our community. Ted Kalo, President. Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Back here at Lorain Southview High School. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Bacalar, along with my partner, Bob Braskich, our cameraman, producer, and director, Joe Bach, and this is Varsity Boys Basketball with the Saints playing host to the Bedford Bearcats. 38-33, our halftime score. Now we're opening up the third quarter, and a takeaway by the Saints and a three-point attempt by Bennett.
Wow. Good start. Turnover to a 3.
Bennett now with 7 points in the game. In the first half, Adrian Rodriguez with 6 points. Brian Ramoclis with 7 on 2 3-pointers. Bennett had 4, now he's got 7. Jackson with 6, Maurice Johnson with 8, and Quattlebaum with 2.
Oh.
Thompson
Get out.
can't get it to drop. Ramoclis gets the rebound. Scoring for the Bearcats in the first half, Blake with 2, Lumpkin with 5, Moore with 4, Gant with 4, Reed with 9, and high for the Bearcats, Thompson with 14.
Well, there we go. A turnover to a basket again. That's the 4th one tonight.
Donzel Moore, he's now got 6 points. And a three-pointer. Ramoclis, his third one.
You know, every time down, our scores have to be taken just about every shot. I mean, if we don't get it inside, it's got to be Ramoclis and Bennett.
Saints trailing by 1, their closest And a chance now to go ahead.
We are very fortunate because we have not played very well here, defensively or offensively.
Maurice Johnson,
There you
two.
go. Wow. 41-40.
And the first time that the Southview Saints have had the lead in this ball game.
Wow.
Thompson missing on the shot.
Grab it.
Eventually Thompson comes up with the loose ball. He's got 16 now. Bearcats back to a 1-point lead, 42-41.
It's a foul.
Bennett in the circle, and he winds up short. Thompson with the rebound.
Okay.
Driving the baseline and throwing the ball away for the Bearcats, Donzel Moore. Turnover gives the ball to the Saints. The very first game that we did with the Southview Saints, we talked in depth about head coach Brian Corey. Today we're going to try to talk about assistant varsity coach Andy Bastock. Give you a little background info on him. Brian Jackson, now with 8 points in the ball game, and the Southview Saints leading by 1.
Okay.
A charging foul is going to be called on Reed.
Okay, wow. That's a big call because that basket went in.
That's his first personal, the team's first here in the second half.
No, I just think Ryan Jackson can take his man with a ball fake off just about any time he catches a basketball.
And a takeaway by the Saints, or by the Bearcats, I should say, from the Saints.
Oh, all right.
And a good job of acting by Maurice Bennett. And a charging foul is called on Donzel Moore. That's his first and the team's second. Ramocalis with the three, in and out. Mo Johnson trying to get the stick back.
Well,
Wouldn't drop.
Ryan Jackson's got to get on the offensive glass here.
Thompson in the lane, no good. Bennett with the rebound.
There are opportunities to score off the offensive glass.
Johnson had the ball stripped, goes out of bounds, and a foul is called.
Whoa. They're going to give it
And the
out of
foul is
bounds.
going to be on Skylar Constant.
Yeah.
That's his third.
Coach Hurd is not happy. No, I just think when Ryan flashes it up around the foul line, high post area, turns and faces, he basically on a ball fake can take one dribble every time and get it in that intermediate volleyball line area. Because the player for Bedford, Garden Ryan, is just not respecting him off the dribble at all. There it is.
Adrian Rodriguez,
Okay,
he's
Adrian.
got 3.
Great, terrific.
And 9 points. And Coach Everett Hurd has seen enough as the Southview Saints have jumped out to a 4-point lead. He's called a timeout. Andy Bastock, Lorain Southview High School, 1984 to 1986. Lorain Catholic High School, 1986 to 1988. Received his bachelor's degree in mathematics from Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois. This is Coach Bastock's 12th year as a math teacher with the Lorain City Schools and his 12th year as a coach with various programs. He was a head freshman and head junior varsity coach at Lorain Admiral King, head 7th grade coach at Whittier, and varsity assistant at Lorain Catholic for the past 4 years. Coach Bastock attended Southview High School and played on the varsity basketball team as a freshman and also a sophomore when the team went 21-3 and was ranked 5th in the state. He then finished his high school career at Lorain Catholic, earning a basketball scholarship to Bradley University, where he lettered there for 3 years. He is married to his wife, Ray, and they have a 9-year-old daughter, Raven. That's Andy Bastock.
Division I basketball player.
And I must credit his wife, Ray, and in fact, I told Andy to tell him I had to do a couple of volleyball games this fall all alone. She was my partner for 2 years, and I learned everything there is to know about volleyball from her, so I give Ray Bastock a lot of credit and a lot of appreciation, too.
Oh.
Bearcats having a problem getting that ball to drop through the net. Knocked out of bounds by the Bearcats. Southview will keep possession, 46-42. They lead by 4 with 3:31 remaining in the third quarter.
Guys, you have to respect Bedford's quickness. You're not going to get away with that kind of pass against Bedford. They're just far too quick. We need a very efficient possessions. We need to get a good shot every time down. There's a little delay situation here for the Saints. This is a little delay game, that high triangle. (46-42) with 3 minutes left, and the Saints have decided to become very patient. Nothing there, Maurice. Be careful.
Well, looking at the scoring situation for these two teams in the first half, the Bearcats had 3 triples, and they were 3 of 5 from the foul line. The Saints, when they finally caught on and got the range, had 4 triples, and they were 7 of 9 from the foul line. The Saints outscored the Bearcats in the second quarter by a total of 6 points. They had a total of 22 points in the second quarter. Mo Johnson!
See, they run after maids. We were very fortunate and dodged the bullet, but that was a great job by Adrian to penetrate and dish there.
Ball out of bounds off the foot of Ramokalis.
That's what I'd like to see Adrian do more of. When he gets it in there and penetrates in the paint, you know, he's got to look to draw help and give it up, and that's just what he did there.
Thompson missing on the three-point shot. Bearcats get the rebound. This time it's Reed off the front of the rim, and Jackson comes up with the rebound.
They have gone cold.
Rodriguez, he's got another 3.
Good job, Adrian. Adrian came off the pick. He was squared up, had plenty of space, and stroked it. Nice job.
That's the third one for Rodriguez. 51-42 with the Saints leading by 9. From the three-point range, a miss by Anthony Lumpkin.
You're under control here, guys.
Jackson had the ball stripped, and he was fouled. The official are calling the foul on Charles Osby. That's his first and the team's third. Jackson goes to the line. He'll shoot 2.
And he's having a good year from the line. Ryan is at 67%, 26 for 39.
And on the season, Jackson with 103 points, averaging 12.9 a game. He is now 3 for 3 at the foul line.
Ron, this has been quite a turnaround. This has been a 14-point turnaround in this quarter.
(52-42), Southview Saints by 10. Thompson gets it in the lane to the basket, and he is fouled.
Thompson's just a good offensive player. He has 20 now, and he's averaging 21, season high at 35. And I watched him there. He just did a nice job of back cutting, reading the defense. You know, he has obviously the offensive skill level to get the shot off when he gets it inside. And he's just a junior.
Follows on Maurice Johnson. That is his second and the team's first here in the second half.
But he's one of those kids who does a nice job of moving without the basketball and making himself available to score.
Thompson now with 19 points, 14 in the first half and 5 here in the third quarter.
Oh. I don't know about that shot selection there. We can get that anytime.
Saints leading by 7, 52-45 as we're down to the last minute.
Okay.
And the ball out of the grasp of Courtney Hopper hits the sidelines, out of bounds. Turnover gives the ball to the Saints.
And Saints are going to try to hold it for the last 50 seconds here. They're going to go to that high triangle, their delay game. With 45 seconds left, try to get the last shot. Here it is. Now guys, you can't stand. You have to move. You have to make strong cuts. Strong cuts to the basketball. Down to 27. Whatever you do, don't pick up your dribble. Good back cut.
Jackson to the basket.
Ooh, yeah.
2! Jackson now with 11 points.
Good back cut.
In and out on a shot by Thompson. Out of bounds. Bearcats will keep it.
Okay. That's it for the third quarter.
All right, third quarter coming to an end with the Southview Saints leading by 9, 54-45. Bob and I will be back with the fourth and final exciting quarter here at Lorain Southview after this.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
Hi, this is Tim McGraw. Today and every day is the right time to support the American Red Cross, who gives disaster assistance to people when they need it most. You can help the victims of thousands of disasters across the country each year by making a financial gift to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund, which enables the Red Cross to provide shelter, food, counseling, and other assistance to those in need. Please call 1-800-HELP now. Together, we can save a life.
Remember me.
Okay. Fourth and final quarter here at Lorain Southview. The Saints put the ball into play and they lose it.
4-on-1 again. They just run so well. But they can't find the bottom of the net in this quarter, in this half.
And they keep getting that offensive rebound. Three-point action, no good. Shot put up by Courtney Hopper.
Wow, how did he call that Bedford ball? Thompson came out of nowhere and slapped that out of bounds. Uh-oh. Oh. Well, obviously, the Saints are going to have to do a better job on the glass here. I mean, Bedford's just getting too many opportunities.
Dwayne Gant will go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, I can tell by looking at that shot, if the game's on the line, that's who I'm following right there, number 33. There was no lift to that one whatsoever. You know, the key down at the offensive end, up by 9, I know Bedford's going to ratchet up the heat, and they're going to have better ball pressure, and they're going to get out in the passing lanes. The Saints are going to have to make much stronger cuts in this remaining 7:30. Okay.
Foul is on Thompson.
Now, I just know they're going to ratchet it up. They're going to be reaching, digging, and clawing. And again, you're going to have to spread the floor, make very strong cuts, and take advantage of their pressure. There will be back cut opportunity layups here.
Bennett, and it drops.
Wow. Big basket.
That is the third triple for Maurice Bennett, 57-45. Southview leading by 12. And the basket there by the Bearcats, scored by Donzel Moore.
Good cut.
Taken away, the pass intended for Johnson underneath the basket. Grabbed by Moore. 57-47, Southview still leading by 10. Three-point shot, short.
Oh no, don't.
And we're going to have a foul underneath the basket. Going to be on the Bearcats. And it's going to be on Thompson. That's his third.
Now Bedford's going to pick up full court, and I'm waiting for them to get really into the intensity of their full court defense. We have yet to see it.
The Saints, by the way, scored 21 points in the third quarter, holding the Bearcats to just 7. And Thompson had 5 of those 7 points. Ramocula's three-pointer no good. Bennett gets the rebound.
Don't pick up your dribble.
Bennett into Jackson. Jackson
foul?
turns around.
Yeah.
Good, 2. Jackson now with 13 points. Three-pointer missed entirely by Hopper. As the Bearcats have gone ice cold. Johnson,
All right.
2.
Up by 14, 61-47. Now let's get a defensive stop here, guys.
Down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And Everett Head has seen enough, and he wants a timeout. Looking at some of the senior members of this Southview basketball team, Brian Ramoculis, the 5'9" senior. This is Brian's third year as a member of the varsity basketball team. He saw limited action as a sophomore, but was a huge contributor last year as a junior. Brian will be one of the team's better offensive players while being counted on for his leadership. Last season, Brian was the team leader in both three-point shooting percentage and free throw shooting percentage. Along with his terrific long-range shooting touch, he brings the ability to create offense for his teammates. Brian is the ultimate competitor that will do whatever it takes for the team to be successful. He has a 3.2 GPA and plans to attend college after high school while continuing his basketball career. That is Brian Ramoculis.
Absolutely. I think that 5-second sequence where he hit those 2 threes was a key moment in this game.
And a reminder, too, for 50 years, people have trusted the experience and expertise of Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union for quality financial advice and products, and they want you to be next. Visit them at 4459 Oberlin Avenue in Suite 101, where they will take good care of you. Their professionals are waiting to serve you weekdays from 9 to 4:30 to take advantage of all that they're doing to make banking even better for you. Lorain City Schools Employees Credit Union.
Okay, guys, let's show some patience. Let's eat up some clock here. Unless you can get that. I'll take that.
Bo Johnson all alone to the basket. 63-49, still a 14-point lead for the Saints.
Oh, on
And
the
stepping
line,
on the line, out of bounds line, a turnover. Saints get the ball back. We're just under 5 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Look to help, look to help. They're going to trap. Good read, Ryan. Good job.
Adrian Rodriguez with the 3, no good. Rebounded by Moore.
See, I'd like to take some time off the clock. Guys, you can get that anytime.
And a foul is going to be called against the Saints. Foul is on Bennett. That's his first. And the team's third. Bedford with 5 team fouls here in the second half. Southview with 3. 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. 63-49. Three-point attempt by Reed. Good.
Well, Look to help, look to help. Somebody's got to curl to the basketball. Don't stand and watch.
Nice tip by Ramokalis to get it into the forecourt.
Now,
Bennett
fellas,
missing on a three-pointer, and I'm beginning to agree with you.
Don't shoot him back in the game.
Three-point attempt missed. Southview with the rebound.
Coach Corey took a timeout, and the reason he's taking that timeout is he's going to read him the riot act. Don't shoot him back in the basketball game.
Let's talk about Ryan Jackson, the 6'4.5" senior. This is Ryan's third year as a varsity starter. He will be relied upon as one of the year's team leaders. Ryan has been one of the team's best defenders over the last 2 seasons. He led last year's team in both rebounding and block shots. Ryan will move from the center position that he played for the past 2 years to the guard and forward positions. He has expanded the game throughout this offseason to allow himself to be more of a contributor on offense while continuing to be a defensive presence. Ryan has a 2.7 GPA and plans to continue college after high school while continuing his basketball career. That is Ryan Jackson. Maurice Bennett, the 6-foot senior. This is his second year with the varsity team. He's made the most improvement with his overall game over the past year. Maurice has greatly improved his ball handling, has become a more consistent outside shooter, and we've seen that twice already this week. He is looking more and more like he could be a defensive stopper. He is also a member of the varsity baseball team. Maurice is a member of the National Honor Society and has a 3.6 GPA. He plans to attend college after high school while continuing his baseball and/or basketball career. That's Maurice Bennett.
Almost an over and back. Now, Maurice Bennett has just made tremendous strides. I watched him last year. I never thought he would do this.
And the ball taken away from Ramokalis as he tried to dribble into the lane. A miss on the three-pointer. Jackson with the rebound.
Now, fellas,
we're down to 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the ball game. Southview leading by 11.
Spread the floor, make strong cuts, don't pick up your dribble, don't force anything, play the clock.
Ooh, the pass intended for Jackson underneath the basket went out of bounds.
On the last 4 possessions, we've taken 2 ill-advised shots and we have 2 turnovers. And that's because we're trying to force the action. Guys, you're not playing, a Lakewood. No disrespect for my hometown, but these guys are good. You can't do that.
Well, the only advantage that Southview has had through this situation down at their end is the fact that Bedford has come back and they're missing shots.
Right, they can't throw it in Lake Erie at this point. And there's
and
another
Ramokalis is called for traveling.
But you're absolutely right, Ron. Now pick up, fellas. Not ready to play.
Underneath the basket, Thompson drops it in.
Darn.
That's 23 points for Thompson.
With 2:50 left, up by 9.
Pass from Jackson to Johnson. Johnson is fouled.
Yeah, these are big foul shots for Mo Johnson. See, if you spread the floor, those kinds of opportunities are going to be there, especially for Ryan. The player guarding Ryan just doesn't respect him at all when he's got the basketball as well as his dribble. He can beat him one dribble to the basket at any time, draw, help, and dish, as he did right there.
This is the first crack for Johnson at the foul line tonight. He's got a total of 16 points, in and out on the first foul shot.
Mo's 9 for 19, 47% coming into the game tonight.
At the half over cross town at Admiral King, the Admirals are down by 5 points against the Mentor Cardinals.
Now guys, turn around, break down, pick up, contain the basketball, don't foul, all that good stuff.
Reed, and it drops.
That's a foul. There you go. And if he says one more word, that official was about to tee him.
Foul is on Reed.
And that, if we don't take ill-advised shots and turn it over, this could come down to what we're seeing right here, making foul shots.
Second personal foul on Reed. Jackson at the line. Jackson is 3 for 4 at the foul line tonight. 3 for 5 now. Reed inside the arc, puts up 2, no good.
That's a foul.
And Maurice Bennett will go to the line as he is fouled by Dwayne Gant. Gant's second personal.
And Maurice is 73% from the line tonight, or for the year rather.
And coming into this ball game, Maurice Bennett with a total of 169 points, an 18.8 per game average. Bennett is 1 for 4 at the foul line tonight. From the three-point range, it's good. Charles Osby, and those are the first points that he has scored in this ball game.
It's a foul. Okay, Ramaklis is going to go to the line. He's 74%. Come on, Brian.
Foul is on Derek Reed, his third.
Ron, I hate to put you on the spot. What was our high water mark lead-wise? Do you recall? We're up by 5 and...
Our high water mark was, I believe,
Joe?
14.
14. Okay, 14's
points.
become 6.
Well, it's now 7. Thanks to Brian, and a chance for him to make it 8. And he does.
Okay. Well, Coach Corey's taking the timeout.
And a Southview timeout with the score, Southview 66, 59 for Bedford. Want to remind you one last time about this big volleyball thing coming up. If you've got a youngster in grades 3, 4, 5, or 6, a young lady in any of those 4 grades that might want to play volleyball, there's going to be the Lorain City Schools Girls Volleyball Program held here at Lorain Southview High School on January 23rd, 30th, February 6th, 13th, and 20th. 5 afternoons from 12:30 until 3 p.m. They're going to learn all the skills of volleyball, learn all about the game. There'll be door prizes, t-shirts. All they have to do is bring their tennis shoes, knee pads, a water bottle, and a towel. It's absolutely free, and the registration deadline is January 17th. You can contact volleyball coach Sharon Griffith here at Southview at 277-7271. Or you can call Coach Kelly at 934-2181. 934-2181. Again, remember, January 17th is that deadline.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. If they score or even if they don't score, I think we should come down to the other end and hold the basketball. Keep it in the hands of our 3 guards who are all good foul shooters and play.
Nice pass from Thompson to Moore for 2. And the Bearcats putting on the pressure, and that ball was off the fingertips of Anthony Lumpkin. So Southview will keep possession with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the ball game. Southview leading by 5, 66-61.
And at this point, if you don't have a pass, take a timeout. If you don't have a pass.
Finally, Ramaklis brings the ball into the forecourt. He's tied up.
And that's exactly.
And Southview calls a real quick 30-second timeout.
That's exactly what Coach Corey did.
Let's talk about Maurice Johnson, a 6'4" senior. This is Maurice's second year with the varsity program. He's being relied upon for his tenacious rebounding and overall interior play. Maurice has really turned up the intensity this season to help give the team the high-energy interior presence that they need. His goal is to lead Lorain County this season in rebounding. Maurice plans to enter the Air Force after he graduates from Southview.
A very nice young man, too, averaging close to 10 rebounds a game.
And we do want to thank Coach Brian Corey, who has supplied us with all this information.
Brian's terrific. Now, guys, now you have to make strong cuts. That's a foul. Here we go. Okay, I can live with this.
We're down to 1:05. Bennett tried to pass it off to Jackson. It was taken away, but out of bounds with the ball goes Donzel Moore, so Southview will keep possession. Down to 61 ticks remaining on the clock. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Bedford.
And they're out of timeouts. They are out of timeouts. Southview has one remaining.
Alan Quattlebaum, a 6'1 senior. This is Alan's second year with the varsity team after splitting time last year with the junior varsity. He is the most athletic player in the program. Alan will be relied upon as a consistent rebounder and defender. Alan's quickness, strength, and athleticism will allow him to play both forward positions, giving the Saints depth and stability. He is also a member of the Saints football program. Alan is a member of National Honor Society and is ranked 25th in his class. He plans to attend college after high school while continuing his football career. Lamar Miller, a 5'10 senior. Lamar's second season with the varsity after splitting time between both the JV and varsity teams last season. He's going to be relied upon for his strength and aggressive play. Lamar has always been willing to do whatever is needed to help the team win. He has a 3.4 GPA and also a member of the Southview football team. Okay. And you know, Bob, that is so important with all of these young men being scholar athletes.
Absolutely.
It makes a big difference.
It sure does, because Southview plays smart. And that scholarship carries over onto the basketball floor, and Southview just plays smart basketball usually. I mean, there was about a 2-minute period here where I was very upset with them, but generally speaking, that is.
Donzel Moore is called for the foul, his third. That's the 10th team foul, so the Saints are in the double bonus.
Well, this is a big foul shot here. We can go up by 6. Ryan 67% for the year. Now, guys, turn around, pick up.
67-61, 6-point lead for the Saints. We're down to 50 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Wow. They are just very good off the dribble. Very, very good.
Anthony Lumpkin on the two-pointer, and a foul is called.
Well, as we said, this could become, go down to how well we shoot from the line. Bennett's going to have the opportunity to go for 2.
Foul is on Charles Osby, his second. And again, as we indicated, the Saints are in the double bonus, so Bennett will have an opportunity. Bennett not doing well tonight at that foul line. He is 1 of 4.
Ouch. Ouch. And Bennett is 73%, which is very good for a high school player from the line. Get in.
Oh. Missing them both. 1 of 6.
We said it's going to come down to the foul line. Good steal.
And a takeaway by Ramokalis. And a takeaway from Ramokalis.
Oh, boy.
And a dunk by Thompson.
Now they're out of timeouts, which is going to be key.
Ramokalis dribbling the ball into the forecourt and a foul.
Because normally if they would have had a timeout left, they would have taken it to set their defense after that last score.
Foul is on Charles Osby, his third. Ramokalis at the line. Ramokalis is 3 for 3 at the foul line tonight.
And 74%, the highest percentage of foul line success on the Southview squad. And I just like the way he does that. Get this one, it becomes 2 possessions. Get this one, and it's a 2-possession game.
And he's got it.
Okay.
22 seconds remaining. Saints leading by 4. Thompson underneath. He's got 2.
They're going to foul immediately. Good. Got the ball to the right man. You wanted to get that inbound pass to Ramokalis. That's what Ryan Jackson did. Well done.
Foul is on Osby, his fourth.
Get both of these and we're okay because it's 2 possessions. If we get one of these and we're up by 3, then if I was Coach Curry, I would take my last time out and instruct everybody to defense the 3-point line. Switch everything on the perimeter, defense the 3-point line because a 2 won't hurt you.
Ramoculus 6 for 6 at that foul line. 70-67, missing.
You've got to defend the 3-point line here. A 2 is not going to beat us.
Short on the 3-pointer by Thompson. Jackson comes up with it.
Wow.
To Rodriguez. The game is over. Southview winning by 3, 70-67. What a wonderful, fantastic, unbelievable comeback by the Saints. Bob and I will be back to wrap it up. We'll have the final scoring statistics for you right after this timeout.
With Kevin Millwood's last win, his career winning percentage is now .600 and his earned run average 3.78. Hitters are averaging a measly .243 against him. And, Mr. Griffin, yeah, you. Did you know kids whose parents do things with them are 52% less likely to do drugs? Got that, Mr. Griffin? Swung on and missed. Millwood's 9th strikeout.
For the people in our armed forces, it's a time of sacrifice, a time of duty. That's why we've joined together to form the Armed Forces Relief Trust to help military families cope with financial and medical emergencies at home. The 4 military aid societies gave millions last year to cover unexpected medical expenses, child care, and more. But with so many overseas, the need is greater than ever. They're serving us. Let's serve them in return.
During the halftime, I had a gentleman up here in the balcony come up to me and say, "Are you enjoying the game?" And I said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I am too occupied with keeping score, keeping all of the information, watching the game, trying to call it. I really can't say that I'm enjoying the game. Of course, the Saints were losing at that point in time. But I must admit now, I have thoroughly enjoyed this ball game, and especially the second half, Bob.
Oh, it was great. But I think, again, we're very excited. We're so happy that we won, that Southview won. But I think there's some things that, as the players watch the tape on Channel 20, they've got to do a better job of playing with a lead because we had 14 and it came down to 3, and Bedford's very good. And you have to go back and analyze, well, how did that unfold and how did it happen? There's something to learn there.
Okay, what a great ball game. Let's look at the scoring and how it all came about. At the end of the first 8 minutes, the Southview Saints were trailing by 11 points. The score was 22-11. However, in the second quarter, the Saints did outscore the Bearcats. They put in 22 to the Bearcats 16. The locker room score was 38-33 in favor of Bedford. And then all of a sudden in the third quarter, the Bearcats just went ice cold. They put in just 7 points while the Saints put in 21. So our score at the end of the first quarter, 54-45. But importantly, at one point in time, the Saints were leading by as many as 14 in the second half. Then in the fourth and final quarter, the Bearcats did outscore the Saints 22-16 for our final 70-67 score. Looking at the individual scoring for the Bearcats, Alfred Blake had 2 points. Charles Osby had 3, and that was just the lone triple coming in the closing moments of the fourth and final quarter. Anthony Lumpkin had a total of 7 points. Donzel Moore in double figures with 10. Dwayne Gant had 4 points. Derek Reed with 14 points, and the high point man for the Bearcats and for the game was Jason Thompson, number 42, with a total of 27 points, 16 in the first half and 11 in the second half. The Bearcats were a total of 5 triples, 3 in the first half, 2 in the second half. They were 3 of 5 at the foul line in the first half, 1 of 3 in the second half for a 50% or 500 percentage at the foul line, 4 of 8 on the night. For the Lorain Southview Saints, Alan Quattlebaum had 2 points. Everybody else, all in double figures. Maurice Bennett had 10. Adrian Rodriguez had 12 points on 3 triples. Brian Ramokalis had a total of 15 points, 6 of those at the foul line and 3 triples. So all of his scoring either outside of the three-point arc or at the foul line. Great job by Ramokalis, especially in the closing moments. Ryan Jackson had a total of 14 points. High for the Saints was Maurice Johnson with 17 points. The Southview Saints had a total of 9 triples in the ball game. They were 8 of 15 at the foul line in the second half, 7 of 9 in the first half. So at the foul line, they were 15 of 24 on the evening. Any closing thoughts?
Yes, one, and Joe reminded me to say this. The Saints, Ron, are just 6 points from being undefeated this season. Their 2 losses to Shaw and to Menor were both by 3, and in one of those losses, the Shaw game, that was when Maurice Bennett went down with the sprained ankle in the first quarter. Southview was up by 9 at the time. Now, Joe's jumping up and down, and he's on the phone, so I think that means something good happened across town. Joe? What happened? Okay,
all right,
good.
Admiral King leading by 3 points, but the game over there is not quite done yet. So the Southview Saints are now 8-2 on the season, 3-1 in the Erie division of the Lake Erie League. The Bedford Bearcats are 7-3 on the season, and they are 3-1 in the Erie division of the Lake Erie Conference, and that simply means that Southview and Bedford are tied for first place.
Just like last year.
Just like last year. So our next encounter with basketball here on TV 20 will be a week from tomorrow. That's going to be Saturday, January 15th, if my memory serves me correct. We will be at the Shot Palace, Lorain Admiral King High School, when the Southview Saints boys basketball will come on over, and you're going to see 3 games. The freshmen, the junior varsity, and the varsity. All 3 games will be on TV 20. That's Saturday, January 15th. But don't depend on TV 20 for your entertainment. You want to depend on them to see it again and again. Be there at the Shot Palace.
It should be packed.
2 fantastic teams here in Lorain will be going at each other. So until then, for my partner, Bob Braskich, our cameraman, producer, and director, Joe Bach, I'm Ron Baclar. The final score again, Southview 70, Bedford 67. Good night, everyone.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.